Hi, my name is Larry, and I'm with Carolina Copper Arts. I want to I want to do a video just to kind of illustrate the flame coloring technique on copper, how it brings out the natural colors, similar to this fish and this butterfly. Now what I did was, to get these colors, is I sketched out a fish on a piece of copper, cleaned it up, soldered a piece of copper on the back just to have something to hold on to it. Now I'm gonna, you can either hold it or heat it, or put it in a little vise similar to this. For this demonstration, I'm just going to put it in here. And we're going to color. It's important to get it as clean as you can. Brush it, sand it, whatever. And I'm gonna heat the copper up. And what I'm gonna do is heat it up to a point to where it's ready to color. I'm gonna show you as I go. We're gonna heat the copper up. Now the copper's starting to change colors. See it, watch it change. Got to take your time. It's going to go through several different changes. It's that color there is not ready for me to do the flame coloring. So I'm going to get it hotter. As it gets hotter, what it turns is, I'm not sure how good this picture or this camera can show, but I want to get it this solid looking haze, purple haze color like this. Okay? That's what I want. Now I'm going to have to now we got to let that cool for a minute. You can blow on it, hold the rod, shake it, whatever, but you let it cool for just a minute. It's not really how hot the flame is. This flame is coming off of here at about 2,000 degrees. I can sharpen it down by adding oxygen. See the blue? I can sharpen that down, and it actually gets so hot, 5,000 degrees, it will cut metal. But that's not what we want here. We want to keep that flame kind of dull, similar to that. And this is what we're going to use for the coloring. Similar to that, right there. Now, it's starting to cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to make a color on this. Let's see if it's cool enough to start. Still a little hot. I'm gonna let that set a minute. Here we go. You can see the colors starting to appear. Get it cooled off some. It's how hot the metal is. Right now the metal's kind of hot. I'm kind of rushing this. This is one thing about this, is you have to have patience. You have to let the metal cool and then slowly start adding the colors. And once the metal gets a certain temperature, you'll see how it changes. Getting the flame right is important too. Here we go. I can't keep going with this because what will happen is, if it gets too hot, it will take one away. Now it's getting the right temperature. I'm letting it cool a little bit. I'm going to come back and do another one. Now see, it's starting to get hot and they're turning silver. What I like is the oranges and the reds. I'm going to let it cool a minute. I'm going to try another one here. Try one right here. Let's do this right here. Add a little bit of color there. I'm going to try to add an eye. There you go. See the eye? Now I'm going to add this again. let the metal cool for a second. Blowing on it helps. Here we go again. There we go. Now I'm gonna do another one. And you've gotta figure out how fast you can move with this too. Now this is just for video's sake. You can take your time and you can do straighter lines or a little more accurate. And jumping from one place, like if it gets real hot here, you can jump over here. Smaller pieces are harder to do than bigger pieces, because bigger pieces you got more room to jump without the metal getting really hot. I'm going to add a little bit of color to this tail, this fin or whatever it is. There you go. See how that does? But you got to be quick. You can't mess around long with this once the metal reaches a certain temperature. One thing that also affects the colors is the temperature in the air. How hot your shop is, or how much, and also it seems like the oxygen. So different days you get better colors than you will on some. Now see how I've got that right there? I can actually also heat that a little bit and watch the colors come in as it gets hot. There you go. Now I'm going to add a couple more on the tail. There you go. Couple on this. Whoop. Take that out. There we go. Now I can actually bring the copper look back by just barely touching with the lips of the fish. See how it brought the copper back? The eye. Right. Do the eye again. Now the piece is getting too hot. There we go. I'm going to do the eye again. No, I gotta let it cool now. Let me do the lips. But you can play with this, and eventually you can, if it gets too hot, see how the colors are fading? Look at the colors here at the right temperature. And that's all because I'm gonna let the metal cool again. Come back in. Cool it. Now I'm gonna do it again. Doesn't take the metal long to cool. Do an eye. There we go. Now the lip. That is basically what I'm talking about. This is coloring with copper, with flame. That is called flame coloring. And anyway, I hope this helps you understand, and maybe if you're getting started in doing copper work, it gives you an idea of what you can do. And thank you for watching. See you next.